Hi everyone, SubaHibi, yada yada, you know the drill. What did we learn off last time? Where is last time anyway? Right here. July 12th. So yeah, I know we're skipping in the timeline. The moment I awoke, the moment time began to move, everything felt distant. Is it that way for everyone? Or just me? What's the first thing that came into sight when I woke? No, when I wake up, I'm like, I know nothing. Like today, I woke up with... I woke up with pencil lead in my belly button. I don't know, like... I mean, I had my backpack on my bed early. I don't know how that got there, though. I always try to remember that. What is the scenery of awakening? I'm trying to remember that. Sorry to interrupt you, Tomo-san. I'm trying to remember who I am. My name, my sex, my family, It all came together in an instant. A drop of water fell in the distance. The sound of a drop of water breaking somewhere in the distance. That which is broken imparts its moisture upon the earth. Only through breaking can it grant its blessing. Because once broken, the blessing is able to soak into the earth. Where is this? The confusion after awaking. Doesn't everyone feel it? Or is it the confusion that only I feel? Ow. This is... Oh. Mamiya Takaji's hideout. Vertigo. My head hurts. This feeling again? Took the cell phone out of my pocket. I thought so. It happened again. Now, it wasn't as long as this time, but it's still been 2 whole days. July 12th, 10:30 p.m. Dang it. This only happened because I was afraid of him last time. Last time was 4 days. This time 2 days. I didn't exist for a second during that entire time. These leaps forward in time are completely different from what I've experienced in the past. I was hit with a splitting headache. Dang it. Is this from sleeping on the concrete? That's not it. This headache is from my disordered consciousness. The forcible erasure is happening. The same thing Yuki experienced. No, it's weaker than what Yuki experienced. Unlike Yuki, I could easily be erased if he wanted. My will isn't nearly as strong as his, which must mean he's not seriously trying to destroy me yet. Either way, I'm in the palm of his hand. I'm no different than an ant under the magnifying glass. For now, I looked around. It's the same depressing place as always. Just depressing, just like his mental state. Couldn't fathom the depths of that darkness. 2 full days, huh? Scary that my discontinuity would come to this point. Scary. No, it's more like isolation. I see. Isolation and fear. Feelings one must experience just before death. I'm fearful of my own death? Nah. When the night breeze flew on my body, I realized how incredibly fatigued I was. Must have been running. Is this right after Sakuro's suicide? My feet feel really heavy. Or is that on the 11th? I always mix it up. Somehow I hadn't noticed that there's a paper bag in my hand. There's CDs or something inside it. Why didn't I notice before? Should have been in the way when I climbed the underground ladder. But I carefully held onto this bag the entire time. My disordered consciousness. Maybe it's this confusion that made me do it? So this has to be the day or suicide. Maybe Mamiya Takaji made me do it through some sort of compulsive power? Try to throw the bag away. But no, if it was Mamiya Takaji's compulsion, I wouldn't have noticed it halfway through like this. It's a weaker force that made me carry this bag the entire time. Force that seemed on the verge of disappearing. Yuki's power. She wants us to listen to her. What's Yuki's favorite band? Like, see, I'm not well versed in music enough to come up with a good answer. Maybe a simple coincidence caused by my confusion. Yuki or Mamiya must have bought the CD. If Yuki bought it, perhaps I shouldn't throw it away. Only could understand what Mamiya was thinking when I was unconscious. I couldn't expect something so convenient to happen. Maybe if I tried harder. I didn't know what I was supposed to do in order to accomplish that. I didn't even know what it would feel like if I did it successfully. Closest thing I can think of is if a sleeping person could understand what was happening around them while they were asleep. Unfortunately, I couldn't really understand that state of mind. Maybe it's a power she attained through her strong will to escape erasure. A strong will. Really? Now that I think of it, I can't do anything. I'm useless. Nowhere near as good as Yuki. My headache was going away. My thoughts are starting to line up too. I should go home for now. The front of Mamiya's house felt somehow nostalgic. Felt like Urashima Taro. Even though I was only gone for 6 days, I know that's the story of the son of all like a mermaid with like an underwater thingy. Urashima, but it's the same thing as is it Rip Van Winkle? Oh, yeah, the Dragon Palace and the Sea Turtle. Wonder if Hasaki's home. The lights were all off. Hasaki must be at the bar today. Hasaki. I wanted to see Hasaki. I wanted to talk to Hasaki. I wish Hasaki was home. What's wrong with you, Tomosane? You're getting sentimental, like a woman or something. Anxiety. My head was full of a sort of anxiety I'd never experienced before. Hasaki, Yuki, doesn't matter who. Anyone I know. Maybe if I went to Hakushukyo. I wanted to go, even though I had no reason to go to Hakushukyo. A gap of 4 days, then another 2 days after that. Hasaki hadn't seen me for 6 days, almost an entire week. She must be worried about me. I should go see Hasaki. I could at least give her a bit of peace of mind. No, there's something I had to do first. I had to check what happened during those days of nothingness. I had to check my surroundings. The house. Wanted to at least see if there's any information to be found in my room. Of course, no one was home, and there were no major changes. It was only 6 days. Just 6 days. A lot could have happened in that much time. It's also possible that nothing changed at all. I threw the paper bag on the sofa and turned on the lights in the living room. Huh? That was Yuki. When I turned on the lights, Yuki appeared before me and went upstairs. Not walking, but as if she was sliding. Ghost Yuki. Yuki. Why are you in the background? The room was pitch black. Yuki stood there, but the light had gone out of her eyes. Her gaze wasn't focused on anything. She just stared blankly. Yuki. I called out to her, but there was no response. I felt goosebumps on my skin. What I'm feeling right now is Arielstein. Utter terror. Fear? Am I afraid? Like a puppet suspended in midair, Yuki simply stood there. Like a picture, even just a reflection on the wall. No presence, just an image projected on the wall. Yuki! I turned on the lights. The faint fluorescent light illuminated the room. And in the light, Yuki stood sentry, like the spirit of a lingering ghost. Hey, try to touch her, but... Huh? My hand went right through her, as if there's never anything there to begin with. I can only look. An illusion of that substance. Are we doing Play-Doh now? Is this Play-Doh? Oh. She's just screwing with us. Yuki! I was really shocked. My hand went right through your body just now. It's like you're a ghost or something. Okay, this is the rabbit hole, Yuki. Oh, by the way, important thing I noticed that, and by important I mean probably not important at all. Look at her choker, collar, whatever you want to call that. It's a black cat, like the black cat from the Looking Glass ending. What does it mean? I don't know, but it means something. Well, remember, if I remember Rabbit Hole 1, right? Zakuro landed on Minakami, right? But you know, we didn't see that happen when Takaji was there. I'm kind of, part of me's kind of thinking, like, is Zakuro secretly alive somehow? I don't think that's the case based off how Rabbit Hole 1 ended, but maybe. That's right. This means the fear I'd felt since I woke up. This is why. I was afraid of this. That's why the fear disappeared just now. The fear turned into despair. And the despair? I see. That means the despair turned into sadness. I heard someone coming up the stairs. Before they came into view, I prepared myself for the shock. Before those footsteps reached the room, I braced myself. I just felt all the emotions that were rising up within me before I had to look at her face again. I dispelled the sadness. I wonder if Tomosane's the ghost she saw then. Like, we saw a ghost and then it just cut back in Rabbit Hole 2, I believe. Can you hear that? That is so annoying. I'm gonna have to check the footage to see if that's getting picked up. Okay, yes, it was being picked up. I think it stopped now, though. I dispelled the sadness. Now's not the time to be sentimental. Just like Yuki did before, now it's my turn to do what I can. Yuki's footsteps. I was afraid to see Yuki again. The sight of the new Minakami Yuki crushed me. But right now, I can't let myself be defeated by something like that. Accept the truth. The entire truth. I knew this would happen. Everything can move forward only as they were intended to. Oh, right. Forgot I muted my sound. I felt like I would be crushed down when I heard her voice. The same appearance, the same voice, and yet the person before me wasn't Yuki. Her world didn't even overlap with mine. Promised that I'd stay strong once this new Yuki came back. Promised I'd accept the truth. Even I was shocked by my own weakness. But... Did she just say they walked home together? I tried to understand the situation. I killed my emotions, focused solely on comprehending what was happening in front of me. She said Kagami and Tsukasa, which is what Horsey looks like to her. Which means this woman was together with Horsey until now? That's impossible. I was definitely the one who walked home. I walked home from Mamiya Takuji's hideout by myself. I didn't see Horsey. She slowly sat on the bed. Then I observed the woman's actions. The actions of the new Minakami Yuki, who I was seeing for the first time. She opened the paper bag and took out the CD. There was a CD inside. The woman was surprised with the CD she bought for some reason. Anime? Anime songs, huh? Which means Takuji bought that CD. That must be why she's surprised about the CD she bought. But that means... She checked the CD name, she looked puzzled. Does that mean she had fabricated memories? Remember Yuki said there's a possibility that the new Yuki's memories were being overridden, so she would think she did them. If that CD is an anime soundtrack, then Minakami Yuki didn't buy it herself. Mamiya Takuji bought it. Which means that Minakami Yuki thinks the memories from today, whether in whole or in part, are her own. Now that I think of it, she didn't react until several minutes after I first saw her. This is weird. She's like a puppet hanging from her strings. It's probably when her memories were being altered. Her memories were altered just before her consciousness came to the surface. During that short time, she probed the other personalities' experiences and rewrote them as her own. They weren't the other personalities' experiences. She rewrote Mamiya Takuji's experiences as her own. There's still one more question. Why would she be given memories of buying the CD if they're only going to cause inconsistencies? So what happens to this Yuki? She gets sent to Rabbit Hole 1, but where does she get sent after that? Like, I could see SubaHibi ending with all three of them, cohabitating in the same body and just, living life, right? But this Minakami, I guess there's two Minakamis who get kicked out. So where does she go? Like, what happens after Rabbit Hole 1? Are there going to be two Minakamis? The CD Mamiya Takuji bought was an anime CD. Even if her memory has changed, that fact won't change. But Minakami Yuki knew that she bought a CD. If her memory simply told her she hadn't bought anything, this kind of inconsistency wouldn't occur. Why would her brain fabricate memories that only cause inconsistencies? Yeah. Minakami Yuki called that fictional person Kagami on the phone. There wasn't anyone on the other end. She talked into the phone as if there was. I couldn't find an answer to that mystery. Lay down on the bed. I don't get many chances to be useful, do I? Can't solve anything. The ceiling of my room. It looked the same as it always did. Till just recently, it always bugged me how Yuki was always around. But now she couldn't see me at all. That's comical. Never liked having her around before, but I actually feel a bit lonely now that she's gone. That's a surprise. I'm actually lonely without her. I closed my eyes. Frick! Why am I so weak? Just like that. When I closed my eyes, tears ran down my cheeks. They must have welled up in my eyes before, then they overflowed when I closed them. This is the worst. This just isn't like me. I knew what had happened. I wasn't supposed to be sad once it happened. Even still, my tears didn't stop. This shouldn't be so sad. This shouldn't be so hard. I don't think I was such a weak person. Never thought I'd cry like this. I knew what would happen. I understood it perfectly, but my tears didn't stop. Dang it. It's not like anyone's gonna see. I'm not crying out loud. A few tears won't hurt. Silent footsteps approached. She gonna sleep now? If so, I should go somewhere else. Guess that's not necessary. Yuki would just go right through me anyway. To her, I don't even exist. She couldn't see or touch me at all. So, hug. What? Who? Just hug me. Oh, is this gonna be the one CG? Yeah! Yuki? This is the CG you use if you want to LARP. Don't ask me what SubaHibi LARPing is. I kinda get it. I believe LARPing on like TikTok or, you know, social media, for example, is like speaking about media you haven't actually read or watched, if I understand the terminology correctly. So people just go, oh yeah, SubaHibi is a transformative work of fiction. And then they go, have you read it? And they're like, no. But you're... That's not the problem here.
実は CD の記憶は無理やりにねじ込んでおいたんだ。意識上に浮き上がる瞬間に不整合を起こすように。マミヤが買った記憶を失わないように。買った記憶さえ残しておけば絶対に不整合が起こる。そうすれば存在に亀裂が入る。それにかけて CD の記憶をねじ込んだ。
But I just happened to bring that CD
知
home.
ってるよ。もしかしたら私に関連あるものかもしれないって持って帰ってきてくれたんだよね。
That's just a coincidence. You bet on that possibility?
そんな可能性しか残せない。
Is your chest always that big?
もうマミヤ拓司の意識の支配が強すぎて。
Mamiya Takuji's control.
さっきまでの私見てたでしょ。
Yeah.
あれが新しい私。マミヤ拓司が望む水上由紀。
She can't see me at all, huh?
ごめん。ずっと友実が横にいたのに、それなのに私気がつかなくて。
But you did notice.
あんなに時間かかったけどね。
What are you talking about? You fought back against the existence that created us and found me. That's really amazing.
珍しく褒められたね。いつもそういうのうざいうざい言うのに。
You dummy. I didn't know you're still resisting having your existence erased. I didn't understand a single thing about how you felt the past few weeks.
それであんたにうざいことばかりした。
I couldn't have imagined. Thought that the new Minakami Yuki would be the same person as you. That's why I tried to leave Horsey in your hands.
どうだった新しい私。やっぱり綺麗だった？
You dummy. This isn't the time for
こ
that.
んな時だから言うんじゃないの。
She looks just like you. Even her voice is the same.
そうなんだ。なら、友実は私が消えても大丈夫だね。
Dummy. If I was fine, why would I be crying?
私のために泣いてくれた？
Shut up. Who'd cry for you?
なんだよ。
He's a Sundora.
だったらなんで泣いてるんだよ。友実。
Shut up. I was just crying because I was sad. I was just sad that you disappeared.
なんだよ。らしくないこと言うなよ。私まで泣けてくるじゃん。
Shut up. Not my problem. She's always stubborn. She always acts like she's okay. I'm the cold, heartless person who only believes in violence, just like Mamiya wanted. Never try to understand the pain of others. I only use them for my own gain. That's the kind of person I was supposed to be. I tried to be. Use polite words when I'm threatening people to emphasize how cold-blooded I am. I always take a nasty attitude to push people away. With Yuki, with Hasaki, I push everyone away. The reason is simple. I'm weak and pathetic. I'm not ready to accept my fate. I'm scared of everything. Pushed Yuki and Hasaki away because I was scared. I was scared of losing it all. If I was truly strong, I wouldn't have acted like that. I'm a weak person. I'm not the destroyer. I'm just worthless. Can't accept my own fate. That's why I hesitated to erase Mamiya Takuji before.
バカ。あんたが弱かったら世の中の誰が強いんだよ。
At the very least, you're stronger than me. I'm worthless, losing to a woman.
当たり前じゃん。私はあんたのお姉さんなんだからさ。あんたより弱かったら姉の意味なんてないじゃん。あんたは強いよ。この世界で私が知る限り一番強い。だから安心しなよ。
If I'm the strongest person in the world, then what are you?
そんなの当たり前じゃん。
What?
私は宇宙一強いんだよ。
You dummy? You're gonna get killed by Frieza! What? Tomosane's watched Dragon Ball?
なんで私が冷凍庫にやられるんだよ。
Oh my. That's not what I meant.
違わないって。
Yuki smiled and embraced me. What?
あと、
Oh.
何回だろう。いや、もうこれが最後なのかな。
I'm surprised they didn't use a Yoru no Himawari here. This feels like a Yoru no Himawari scene. Is this the end?
いや、まだ会えるかもね。
You dummy. Which one is it?
どっちだろう。
Had a lot of conversations like this before, right?
そうだね。こんなやりとりもした。なんか、いろいろとあったよ。短いようで長い。長いようで短い。でも、できなかったことも多いか。
Like tribadism? Things we didn't do, huh? I wanted to feel Yuki right then and there. Not knowing whether it'd be our last time together or not, I wanted to spend what time we had left as best as I could. But I didn't. Right now, we had to focus on the future. Even if it means sacrificing the present, we have to change the future. I have to figure out everything I can right now. I can't get caught up in the present. Do you know what Mamiya did today? Or what he thought and felt today? Rather than treasuring the moment, I chose to look to the future. Yuki looked at me and chuckled.
実は全部は把握できないんだよね。
You don't?
うん。ある時点の記憶が強烈な意志によって、その存在を否定されている。
Denying his memory? Or actually, a good question is, which Yuki is it in Rabbit Hole 1? I just assumed it was the same one in Rabbit Hole 2, but it could be this Yuki right here, theoretically.
うん。多分今日、間宮拓司にとって絶対に認めたくない事実があったんだと思う。
Something he would never admit?
その記憶の部分だけ全然見えない。相当認めたくないんだろうね。完全に欠落している。これって私だけじゃなくて、それを経験した間宮拓司自体も事実として認識してないと思う。
You can change our memories that
そ
much?
れが何なのかわからないけど、でも
What?
友さね、気をつけて。多分これから私たちが予期しないこと、全く想像もしないことが起きる。
Unimaginable.
多分私が調停者であなたが破壊者なんてルールは無効になってる。
Meaningless? How could that happen?
友さねも感覚では感じてるんでしょ？
Ah! Of course I felt it. Today I was even more certain than ever. They could feel it. They could feel the teacher about to have sex with their own father. Yeah.
今日何か強烈な私たちの世界そのものが変わるような経験を間宮拓司はした。私も友さねとか葉崎ちゃんとかからその存在が切り離されたとしても一連の事件を解明する努力はする。
Can you do that after you're
それ
disconnected?
はいろいろと工夫しておく。できる限り。
What do you mean you have a few tricks up? What does that mean? I'll trust that you know what you're doing. The problem is...
互いに情報交換をすることができないかもしれない。その一点に尽きるか。
We should both write notes and leave them in our room. The other you probably would forget to do that once you're disconnected.
いや、習慣づければ、あるいは。
A habit, huh? Can you make a habit in such a short time?
残念ながら自信を持っては言えないけど、努力してみる。
Did Did she ever find an old rabbit hole too from Tomosane? I can't remember it. Memory modification. It's not creation at all. And his experiences are having an effect on Yuki's memory. To be honest, you could even be changing my memories too. You're gonna practice writing memos to yourself, huh? How could the situation have changed so much in such a short period of time? Something that happened to Mamiya Takachi had this effect on him. Surely there must be some clues. When I looked up, Yuki had disappeared. Like always, she disappeared in an instant, without any warning. Then right after that... Where are we going? July 13th. That's not a full-length video, right? Oh yeah, it's gonna Hosky waking us up because the Kagami wakes you up. And we saw like a little glimpse of it in the rabbit hole too. Who? This voice. That's... Alright, that's... Hasaki? Yeah. Hasaki? What's wrong? A full week? Does that mean today's July 13th? So after yesterday, I'm here again today. Being able to go to sleep and wake up the next day. Anyone else would take that for granted, but it's like a miracle for me. Oh, sorry. Hasaki clung to me and cried. I stroked her hair. It's really painful, watching Hasaki cry like this. If I disappeared, would I make her cry like this? That would be fine if Yuki was still around. That's what I always told myself. When I saw the new Minakami Yuki last night, I was convinced. That wasn't the same Minakami Yuki I knew. She was different from Yuki, and she was very far away from the world. Someone completely disconnected from the world. So I'm sure she would protect Hasaki. A Hasaki with another name and another face. Before I thought it would be fine, as long as she protected Hasaki. But now? Hasaki? I'm sorry. Could you leave me alone? Hasaki's face looked even sadder when I said that. I didn't want to make her sad, but... No, that's not what I mean. I'm not trying to bully you, really. I have to change. Come on, need to change out of these clothes. That's not what I meant. Anyway, could you leave the room? Can't you take a hint? I see where this is going. Warnings are problematic for boys, you know? No, I mean, it's not like I'm trying to avoid you. Dang it, I was trying to push Hosky away for some dumb reasons before, and now she doesn't trust me. She must have thought the reason she had to see me for a week was because I didn't want to see it. You know, I love going from like, you know, existentialism and, you know, disappearing, you know, the meaning of self to this. Guess last week was a bit awkward, so I understand why she'd think that. When two people grow closer and they don't see each other for a week, I can understand why she'd feel like she was being lied to. But Hasaki, that's not it. No, don't cry. The only way to salvage this is to get naked, Tomosane. It's the only way. Wait, Hasaki, that's definitely not what I meant. She said I'm in here we go. I'm in a bit of a predicament because of an irregularity in the blood flow in my lower body. I'm not trying to push you away, really. I want to hear him say that. I wish I had the voice acting patch. Why am I running my mouth for all of a sudden? So much had happened recently. I shouldn't have said all that.
と会えなかったから私
I made her cry again. Wait a second. Now we're back where we started.
ご飯食べていく作ってあるけど
I mean, that's the 30-minute mark. So, I mean, I feel like we're about to get into a big scene, so I don't want to go too long. So I think I'll cut it there. And plus, you know, I can always the more videos we get, the shorter they are, the more I can milk SubaHibi. So I got to make them as short as possible. Next time they're just gonna be 10 minutes long, or maybe just one line an episode. That'll do it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.